Hi, I'm Navya. Under this pharmacology syllabus, we have already discussed the 4 chapters, and also I have just dropped the link into the description box. You can watch in the later section. And now in this video, I'll be discussing about the chapter 5th, that is all about the analgesics. And this under this there is a definition and the types and the common drug we use in a daily life. So let's start the class. So the chapter 5th. So it is about analgesics. So here, this analgesics, these are the medicine that is used to relieve pain. So these are also called as a painkiller or the pain reliever. And the term analgesic, this is also used to refer to as a medication. Medication in the sense when the person is not able to sleep due to the pain. At that moment, this medicine has been used so that he can be in a sleep, and also he may be in, go to the unconsciousness condition. He may lose a consciousness. So let us move the a more detailed one. So this is just like a sudden pain relief. It has been used as for the sudden pain relief here. So this analgesics, this is classified into 2 types. One is anti-inflammatory drugs. So this anti-inflammatory drugs, this is tells about the alleviate pain by reducing the local inflammatory responses. It's just a sudden movement. Suddenly, it reduces the local inflammatory responses, and the other type is the opioids. This which acts on the brain, so it just act on the brain. So anti-inflammatory and the opioid. So this opioid analgesics, this way once called narcotic drugs. This is also called as narcotic drugs because they can induce sleep. They can produce, they can make us to get sleep soon. Opioid analgesics, this can be also used either the short term or for the long term relief of the severe pain. And in contrast, this anti-inflammatory compound are used for the short term pain, whereas this opioid for the long term pain. Short term relief, short term pain is nothing but the headache, muscle strain, and arthritis. So these type of short pain, and many different types of the medicines have been used for the pain relieving. But the major thing, but the most powerful, the medicines that is that belongs to the group of the painkiller, that is the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So this is the more common drug which has been used for the painkiller. And opioid, that is a narcotic drug, but there were many more other drugs. So let us know one by one. Yeah, as I said that NSAIDs. So this is used to treat the pain in a number of medical conditions. So this is used to treat the inflammation which produces or the worsen pain by causing stiffness and the swelling. So some of these are available in without a doctor prescription. So they are safe and effective medication, but the vast majority for the patients giving them is the appropriate dose. And this is the thing which we have to be look into the carefully before using this drug. This drug is used for the painkiller, severe painkiller. Yeah, and let us know before using this drug what and all the things we have to be taken care. So the first thing is we have to read all the directions of the tablet, and then we have to be very precautious, and we have to follow the advice whatever is the prescriptions and whatever that the label. And this medicine should not consume when do we suffer in the allergic reactions. And also it is very important to know that if you're taking any other medicine, so this medicine is not stable with the combination of the other medicine. And it is very important to know that the pregnancy, the people who are into this pregnancy, they have to be very careful while consuming this type of the drug. And also we have to follow some healthcare procedures, and because it may lead to the bleeding or the blood clotting problem. And also we have to consult the doctor to get the proper guidance in the gastrointestinal bleeding or the ulcer. So before taking of these antiseptic tablets, we have to follow all these guidelines which have been used. And let us know now how to use this tablet. So this tablet, there is a guidance. So we have to use only as directed by the doctor or the health care provider. And this tablet we can consume with a full glass of water, that is a 8 glass of water we can just consume. But then we have to take this within the time period recommended by the doctor. We can't take as whenever we need, so it has to be get a proper dosage has to be get. And if and there is a chances of missing the dose. If we miss or if you skip the dose, and just take up the notes at the same time, or just give a gap for one day, otherwise it may lead to a problem. So, and the next thing is the effect, adverse effect is nothing but a side effect by consuming this drug, anti-inflammatory drug. So there are number of effects. So some may be the mild, maybe some serious issue, but here it is a mild problem, not severe. It is a mild problem, such as the nausea, indigestion, heartburn. So these three things are very common in this drug, and this can be prevented by the medication on a full stomach with a plenty of water. So you can avoid this by just drinking a water, plenty of water, so that we can avoid it. And this drug, NSAID, this use the effect with a many different organ system. So what do we do is we have to stop taking the medications and we have to consult the doctor if we notice any one of the issue below. The issue is the nausea, the heartburn sensation, or the abdominal pain. If we feel this pain, directly we have to stop that medicine and we have to consult the doctor. And the bloody or the bad tarry stools and the vomiting sensation or the vomiting blood or the material that looks like a coffee ground, the color, it looks like the color. So we have to consult the doctor. And recurrent nosebleeds, if it is continuously, so day before day it will be bleeding, then we have to consult the doctor. And bleeding from the mouth or the gums or other any gums may bleeding also, any unusual bleeding also, we have to consult the doctor. And easy and severe bruising and hives and swelling of the face, we have to consider doctor as soon as you do we get the symptom. And eyelids and mouth, lips and tongue, this is all about the swelling things we are telling. And shortness of the breath, breathing difficulty, when we feel about the breathing difficulty, we have to directly consult the doctor because of the, or otherwise we have to stop this medication and we have to consult the doctor. So other let us know other effects also. Yeah, wheezing and tightness in the chest and the chest pain, the sudden unexplained weight gain, sudden weight gain we may tell that, and sudden decrease in the amount of the urine production. It's a very rare time, or this production is completely get very less amount of urine will be producing. And elevated blood pressure. So these all are the effects, we can tell this as the side effects from this drugs. So that's the thing. The solution is nothing, it's just we have to stop the medication or we have to consult the doctor as soon as this effect we observe it. And next concept we have, so we have to know this adverse effect and the precautions of these following drugs. These are all the drugs, medicine. So let us know one by one all these side effects and what all the things as being involved in this drug and for what purpose we have to take this drug. Yes. So first know the side effects and we'll start one by one. So the first drug what we are discussing now is the adverse effect and precautions for this drug, this medicine, this tablet. This is the diclofenac. This tablet, let us know. Hmm. So first thing is, now we all are discussing the tablet that is for the pain relief. It acts as a painkiller. So here, diclofenac, this is also used as a painkiller. I mean, to relieve the pain. Like swelling, inflammatory, or joint stiffness. This was caused by the anthrax, and this reduce the symptoms, and that help you to more observe the daily activities. Means it's just reduce your symptoms. It just reduce your symptoms, and it make you to work on your daily basis, I mean daily activities, to concentrate on your daily activities. And this medication is known as the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So it comes under this group. um, it comes under this group. So let us know how what it is and how does it work. How does it? What is the use of this? Yeah. So diclofenac, this is the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. As I told, this belongs to this group, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. And this medicine works by reducing the substance in the body that cause a pain and inflammation. So it just reduces it for some moment, not the permanent changes. It just for the some extent, some extent. Hmm. And next, hmm. And this is also used to treat the pain, silent pain reliever, as a pain reliever and symptoms of osteoarthritis. And this is in the form of the powder structure, and this is used to treat the migraine. Main the thing is headache. This tablet, remember the name, that is diclofenac. This is used to treat the headache, migraine, and Cambia will only treat the headache that has already begun, and it will not prevent the headache. It will reduce the number of the attacks. Completely doesn't go. It's just reduced for some moments, for the some time, for time being. So about this drug, we have some important message, that is that if we keep on continuously taking this tablet, this medications, there is a risk in the heart attack, and also maybe the stroke, heart attack or the stroke, if we keep on continuously taking this. Because of the high dosage form, it may affect. This is a major side effect of this tablet. This tablet is okay for some duration, not for the entire whole life. Should not be irritable for this type of drug for the entire life. This diclofenac, this also causes stomach and the intestinal bleeding, which can also be fatal. This conditions has been there. It's like it can occur without warning also. While you are using this medicines, without warning, in the sense it may cause sudden attack also. Uh, you may not notice for 1 week. It may cause suddenly, so that may be one of the serious problem of this medication. And let us know the concept of this. So what are the things we have to do before taking this medicine? As we know, this is very dangerous. It may cause to hurt, burning, and headache, but still we do take. So before taking this medicine, what are the things we have to do to just get rid of the side effects, or not completely, but better side effects? So here, diclofenac, this can increase your risk of fatal heart attack or a stroke. But even if you don't have any risk factors also, you should like do not use this medicine just before or after heart bypass surgery. So it is very risk to use if we just into or out of from the heart bypass surgery. This medication is not suitable for them. and it also cause the stomach and the intestinal bleeding, which can be fatal. So these conditions, it may occur in the warning stage. Do not use this cambium. It may be cause to the danger. And to make sure this medicine is safe, so what we have to do, we have to tell it to the doctor that do we have that any heart disease before having the medicines, or before taking the medicine. Just we have to tell to the doctor that do we suffering from these all things or not, like heart disease, do we are suffering in the heart disease, or the high blood pressure, or the ulcer, or the bleeding in your stomach, and asthma, or any kidney disease, or the any liver issues, then the smoke. If we these are the things we have to be informed to the doctor, so that definitely doctor doesn't suggest this type of medicine to consume it. And next thing is, so when we have to stop this medicine, a simple, when do we feel the problem, whatever the extra problem we are getting, so that time we have to completely stop this medicine. So let us know what are the problems that do we may get the continuous medication of this is happening. So the thing is that the first sign what do we get is simple, it's like a skin rash, maybe or may not be some other side effect also, it may be happen side effects in the sense. So these problems may happen, so that time we have to stop using this. So flu like symptoms we may get, and heart problems, it's like heart problem in the sense the person may get to know if the heart problem, if he or she has a heart problem by just having these symptoms, that is a swelling, a rapid weight gain, and feeling short of breath, not able to breathe properly, breathing difficulty he may get. And the kidney problem, so kidney problem, heart problem, people should not consume this type of a tablet, very serious issues they may get. So kidney problem in the sense little or no urinating. So in the sense like these are the symptoms you are getting, and the painful and difficult urination. So they may feel pain and swelling in your arms and the legs, and also easily they may get tired, and also the breathing also it may be difficult for them. And the main thing, and other main thing is a liver problem. Liver problem patients, they may get symptoms like the nausea, diarrhea, and stomach pain, upper right side of the stomach area, and very tiredness, even they feel very tiredness and itching. Dark urine, it will be in the dark color, and the jaundice. So these type of symptoms the liver problem patients may um, get. And sign of stomach bleeding, so bleeding or the tarry stools, and coughing up bleeding, so when they cough the bleeding, it may happen. So this type of symptoms they may getting. Common diclofenac side effects may include, this is a common, it's like not only for the art patients or the kidney um, uh, patients, this may cause for the common, I mean this is like a common to or other patients also. The patients in the sense it is common in the form of indigestion. Indigestion is common, it's not like any great disease, it's a strong disease, nothing, it's just a common. And the gastric problem, nausea, vomiting, and the stomach pain, these are the common common effects from this drug. And there's one more some more other diarrhea and headache, abnormal lab test, itching, sweating, a stuffy nose, always it will be very liquidy, and increased blood pressure, and the swelling or the pain in the arms and the leg. So these are the common side effects that get not only for the other people, it get for the common one. The next medication or the next painkiller is the aceclofenac. So this is used for the pain relief. So it relieves the pain and inflammation in conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. And but how does it work? So this medication, this tablet, how does it work? As we all know, this comes under the group that is NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So this works by blocking the release the chemical messenger. It is just by blocking the, it works by blocking the chemical messages, chemical messengers from the release into the body. And also it causes the pain and inflammatory redness and the swelling. So let us know the common side effect of this medication, aceclofenac. So the common side effect is the vomiting, stomach pain, nausea, indigestion, diarrhea, heartburn, and loss of appetite. So this common side effect in the signs, the patient who is suffering in the liver or the kidney disease or liver disease or the kidney things, they may not differ here. So it, the symptoms does not come only for those category of the patients. It may come for all the patients who doesn't have those severe effect like kidney problem or the liver problem. Not only that, and suppose if we use this medication for the long term and high dosage, if you keep on using high dosage and for the long term, then this may cause a problem that is that the blood in the urine and also pain during the urination. So this comes only when the patient use for the long term and high dosage. Only that time this effects may appear. And other effects are the heart failure. This heart failure, the person who had already the heart problem or the kidney problem, for them it is very risk stage. That is what I said. This is not for the common people. This is for the heart related or the kidney related issues, patient's problem. So that will be a very high risk for them. And the risk of this developing kidney problem, this is also very high in the patients, and it also causes excess of urination and the medicines which have significant impact on the kidney function. And this may also affect for the kidney of the patients who are above 65 years of age. For those people, definitely directly it affects. And this may also cause the giddiness, drowsiness, and like the patient may be very tired, and also the disturbance. And the next medication, that is the paracetamol. So this we all know, this is also the pain relief or painkiller tablet. Painkiller tablet. So this has been used to reduce the fever, and one of the tablet and these days we are using, that is the Dolo 650. Yeah, this is a tablet we are using for the fever, paracetamol, and this is a pain relief. But before using this tablet, we have to know some common things to use this tablet and how long we need to use this tablet. So let us know that. So as this is a pain reliever or it reduces the fever, and this is used to treat not only the fever but also the headache. So headache, muscle aches, and at muscle aches and arthritis and back ache and tooth ache and cold fever, like combinations. It's a painkiller and it relieves the pain in the mind, but it is like not it is like not for too long. It will be for the some extent. So let us know Before taking this medicine, what are the things we have to get to know? So before taking this medicine, so the patient has to find that he is any facing any allergic issues in his body or not. This is a first condition has to taken care. And the patient who has the liver disease was suffering in the liver disease, and the person who are addicted for the alcohol, so those persons, so it's like a very risk, and it's very not that much safe to take this. So we have to they have to consult the doctor before taking this medication. And for unborn baby, it is not known the side effect. And now the dosage. What happens if it is overdose? Definitely there will be a serious or the harm, serious issues will occur. So the maximum amount for the adults, this is for the adults, that is about the 1 gram. So 1 gram in the sense that is 1000 mg per dose, and 4 grams, that is 4000 mg per day. So this will be the maximum. And using, if the patient use more than this dosage, then definitely that may damage to the liver. So the patient may get liver kind of problems. And also the alcoholic addicted patients, so for them also it is very risk to take that. If the person is addicted for the alcohol, if like more than 3 days, three alcoholic beverages per day, then definitely he has to consult the doctor before taking this paracetamol tablet. And they never has to use more than 2 grams, 2000 uh, mg per day. So this 2 grams is the maximum amount for the alcohol, the drunk people, the patients. So when do we need to stop these medications? Suppose if the patient is taking this Dolo 650 for maybe 10 days, but still he is getting the fever, means the fever it's not completely vanishing. In the case, he have to definitely has to consult the doctor. The maximum is the 3 days of use. It has to go, the fever has to get reduced, but still if it is getting the fever, definitely has to consult the doctor. And if the patient is having the pain after 7 days of using this tablet, also they has to consult the doctor, not more than 3 or the 7 days. And if the patient has having any skin rashes issues after taking this tablet, or the severe headache and the redness or the swelling of swelling, then definitely has to go for the doctor. So these are the symptoms which is getting by the paracetamol tablet. And now overdose. What happen if the person take the overdose of tablet, that is in the sense more than 4 gram, more than 2 gram of the alcohol addicted person? So what happened then? Definitely the side effect will be there. So the first sign of this paracetamol overdosage that includes appetite, nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, sweating, and confusion or weakness. These are the common symptoms if it is overdosage. So this may include pain in the upper stomach, and the dark urine, yellowish of the skin, some like it will be symptoms of the jaundice, and whites of your eye. And also the allergic reactions also it may appear by this paracetamol tablet. Very difficult to breathe, and swelling of the face, lips, tongues, or the throat. So stop using this medication when these symptoms are getting, and the patient has to consult the doctor as soon as they get the side effect of these three. And the side effects are like the low fever with the nausea and the stomach pain and the loss of appetite and the dark urine as the clay colored stool or the jaundice means yellowing of the skin or the eye. So this type of thing, then definitely the patient has to stop the medication. And the next the painkiller. This is also the painkiller. So the next painkiller is the opioids. This belongs to the group of the opioids. That is, the medicine name is the morphine. So this morphine belongs to this group, and this is the, you can see by this, this is the injection. So let's go to the detail one. Yeah, this morphine, this is the painkiller, I said, the medication. So this belongs to the opiate family. So where it has been found, where this is found naturally by the plants and the animals, and also including the humans. So it acts directly on the central nervous system. So this acts directly on the central nervous system, to decrease the feeling of the pain, because it can reduce the pain only by reaching directly to the central nervous system, and it decrease the pain by the injection. So this morphine, I already told, this comes under the opioid pain reliever, painkiller. So how does it work then? So it works binding to the opioid receptor. So binding, it reaches to the opioid receptors in the brain, spine, and other organ of the body sensitive to the pain. So that is how it reduces the pain as soon as this injection is consumed by the patients. And this interaction, this blocks the pain and flood the body with the dopamine. This morphine is also narcotic group, and so this means it will induce sleep. As soon as the patient gets the medication of this morphine, definitely he may go to the sleep, so that he may get some relief extent from the pain. So, and when it is used to treat the pain with any of the drug, then definitely there will be some side effect also. So let us know the side effect of this morphine injection. So the common side effect for all the medication, most of the medication, is a nausea, and also we have the cramps, constipation, loss of appetite, and sensitivity to the pain, drowsiness, and the sleeping. So these are the symptoms, not symptoms, it is just like effect, side effects after consuming the morphine injection. Means after getting the morphine injection, so itching and dizziness, these are the effects. And now let us know and another medication, that is pethidine. This is also the pain relief, or the pain, we can also call as the painkiller. So this is an injection. So the first common point is this is used to treat the pain, particularly during the childbirth. It is very efficiently has been used while during the childbirth, and it is usually given by the injection, as I told you, injection, and it provides the pain relief for up to and 4 hours. So if this medication is injected to the patient, he may feel free for the 4 hours with then this type of medication, this is the strong opioid painkiller. This is strong, that is for the 4 hours strong, and this is the pain relief comes under this. And tablet and injection, we have both, but usually almost injection has been used during the childbirth. And the next medication is this buprenorphine. This is also the painkiller. Yeah. So this is used to treat the pain, or it is used to treat the dependence addiction to opioid. So this is somewhat quite different. This buprenorphine, this is used to treat if the person is addicted to the opioid group. So this buprenorphine, this belongs to the class of the drug called mixed opioid agonist antagonist. So this is the group, and it also prevents withdrawing symptoms that caused by the stopping other opioids. So it is also used as a part of the complete treatment of program for the drug abuse. Drug abuse is nothing but the addiction of the particular tablet at a particular time. So this reduce the thing that addiction into the particular tablet, and counseling the behavior contraction and the lifestyle changes. Here also the dosage also matters here. And the next medication is the tramadol. So this medication, this is the oral tablet. So this is the prescription drug that's available as the immediate release and extended release tablet. So what is this immediate release and extended release? Immediate is nothing but immediate action to the body. As soon as it enters the body, this drug enters the body, the immediate actions will be responded by the body. um Immediate and extended means suddenly doesn't make any changes, but slowly it may get changes by the time. So the tramadol, this is used to treat the moderate to severe pain. To treat from moderate to the severe pain, this is also used as a part of the combination therapy. This is nothing but to be used in the medication. Let us know how does it work. So this belongs to the class of the drug that is called as the opioid drug class. This is a class. So this class drug is a group of the medication that works in a similar way. So these drugs are often used to treat the similar condition in the sense it works by changing how your brain senses the pain. Usually the pain is sensed by the brain. So this tablet works on by changing how the brain senses the pain. The side effect of this tablet is it may cause drowsiness, or the common side effects are, these are the common side effects: headache, drowsiness, nausea, vomiting, lack of energy, losing, sweating, and the dry mouth. These are the common side effects from this tramadol drug. And what will be the serious side effect then? Serious side effect will be the dilated pupil from the tramadol withdrawal. So as you can see here, this is the dilated pupil from the tramadol, and this is one of the serious issue. And fast heart rate, this is also one of the serious issue. This is a like serious issue: high blood pressure, body temperature is high, and heart rate, and lack of coordination, control of the movements, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, agitation. These are the severe effects, and sometimes it may go to coma. So that's why it is a severe effect. And the other drug is the pentazocine. This is one of the drug. This is also used for the painkiller. So this pentazocine, this is then opioid pain medication. Sometimes it's called as the narcotic. So this is used to treat the moderate to the severe pain in adults and children who are at least 12 years of old. This is used as a part of the anesthesia for the surgery. For all the surgery almost, this has been used as the anesthesia. Anesthesia in the sense, for the particular dosage, the patient may go to unconsciousness, so that whatever the surgery happens, it doesn't able to means it is not able to get a pain. So this is the one of the purpose they have been used. And what will be the side effect? Definitely anesthesia in the sense it depends on the doses. So if it is higher dose, there is a chances of a go to coma. So And this is a side effect. This misuse of the pentazocine, this may cause addiction or overdose or death, and especially in the child or other person using this medication without prescription, that is very danger. It causes a serious issue, maybe the death. So using this medicine during pregnancy, this is also the life threatening one, the serious issue. So, and the fatal side effects can also occur if the patient uses medicines with alcohol and other drug, that may cause a drowsiness, or the breathing level will be very low, problem in the breathing level. So the precautions, what are the precautions we may take for this type of this? So we have to consult the doctor to have all these type of suffrage, asthma, head injury. If the patient has been recently went to any head injury or the brain tumor or seizures, they have to consult the doctor immediately as soon as they want to consume this tablet. And blockage of the digestive tract, alcoholic person, if is an addicted to the alcoholic person and drug addiction, they has to consult the doctor before taking this medicine. And the low blood pressure, these are the very important um so not symptoms, it is a very important conditions to be taken care by the patient. And high blood pressure and the heart attack, like heart attack, heart disease, related to the heart disease. If the patient is suffering from the heart disease, they have to consult the doctor. And the liver and the kidney disease, obviously. And the problem with the gallbladder or adrenal gland, they have to consult the doctor. And the other is the opioid antagonist. This opioid antagonist or opioid receptor antagonist, this is the receptor antagonist, so that acts on one or more of the opioid receptors. That's like one or more in the combination form. So the naloxone and naltrexone, they are the commonly used opioid analogous drug. So there are two drugs are there. So which is competitively analogous now. So what it will do, it will just bind, it will just make to reach to the opioid receptors with a higher affinity than the agonist, but do not active the receptor. It doesn't active, it doesn't make active, but just make it to reach to the receptor. So this effectively blocks the receptor. What happens, it blocks the receptors, then it preventing, by just preventing the body from the responding to opioid and endorphins. So this is how the effective. So this completes the chapter 5. Thank you.